welcome. We are live.
Hello.
Yes, you guys should know there's zero warning. It's 0 or 100 with me. It's yes or no.
I am binary,
Anyway,
and you will fear me.
let us go in so I don't fade in an hour. I did take a nap on the plane, so I should be good. Welcome to episode 57. Holy crap, guys. Um, and last week, you all, after locating the evidence you needed, making friends with Fred the Minotaur, and he helped assist you guys get down to the um, sorry, backing up. After he assisted you guys getting to the room that you needed to get the papers and evidence that you needed, you guys went to the next room over and found some pretty cool items that need some identifying. Also found some other items that belong to the many people that have unfortunately made their way into the clutches of Lutheria, however that may be, how many that may be, you're unsure. As you guys were scoping out the room and watching out for any of the Lutheria priests that were just north of where you guys were stationed or hanging out at, Mesuami did a quick investigation and found a weak point in the wall. With both her strength as well as Mythos, broke through to the other side, revealing the storage room with the wine and the gloomy golem. The gloomy golem was whipped very easily back and forth, with Nye being able to hit you guys at all because he rolled shit initiative and didn't really get to do anything until it no longer functioned. And afterwards, you guys helped the CBC members that were locked in that were tentatively locked / now hiding in their cell into the sewers with the help of Cena that would lead them to the exit and warn Valis of what was going on underneath the temple. After seeing them off, you guys went to the door with the intricate lock that you couldn't open without a key. And Mythos easily, in quotes, and silently dislodged the door from its hinges with a natural 20. Fantastic roll. No need to find the key at all. Just went straight in. The party came upon 3 of the 4 missing children that they could see immediately, who were being guarded by a half orc, 2 crazy fangirl Lutheria cultists, as well as a creepy ass red cat. Relatively easy. Dispatched them. There was a changeling priest who was conducting some sort of ritual over a sarcophagus and was quickly stopped, and he made his escape through a facade behind him against the wall. After some pretty quick but very smart maneuvering from the party, you guys were able to subdue all of the bad guys, taking down the red cap, taking down the half orc, stopping the 2 fanatic twin girl, Andromache, even like cutting off the hands of one of them, which was brutal but brilliant at the same time. Asimi bamfing to catch the changeling and not realizing and forgetting that there were a bunch of other cultists that were on the other side of the wall. Rolled fantastically, and with his great interpersonal skills, pretended that he was on their side, and that the siblings of the temple were looking for the changeling, or looking for them and to come to meet with them. A little tentative, but still followed at a distance. The changeling, as well as another gruff orc, followed Asimi to perhaps meet the siblings. However, of course, they were tricked. Who knew it was a trap? And they came upon Fred, who was watching the door. And Fred, seeing them and Asimi letting him have at it, buddy, proceeded to gore the half orc by flinging him up, hitting the ceiling, hitting the wall. Instant KO. smash a puddle on the ground before he turned his gaze towards the no longer looking like a changeling and now looking more like some type of half elf, just eyeing him, ready to charge because he doesn't know who he is and he's not a friend. So that's where you guys are right now. I will go ahead and switch over the maps unless you have anything else you would like to add.
Yeah, I remember at the end of last episode that I wanted to have a Simi like interject to get to question this changeling, but honestly, I lost that thread in my brain, so Fred can just fucking
Okay.
Have at it, pal.
Have at it. All right.
Because Simi would
Sure.
keep his night spear at the ready in case it's necessary to help Fred, but won't get in the way.
Okay. So it doesn't take long for Fred to swing his axe, gore this creature, gore the changeling. And you see, as most changelings, what happens is when they pass away, if they are in a changed form, they do fade into their changeling form, and it is the changeling. Fred no longer cares because he is a free Fred. Fred is free, and you just see him like huffing and puffing. You see like the moisture of his nostrils. He's just like heavily breathing as he is in this rage, and he has not yet quite calmed down. And you're just kind of standing there, and he kind of like stands, see that there's no more enemies, and he just kind of puts his he has his axe, and he kind of like puts it on the ground, and he's just like, "Well done, Fred." Like pats his own self on the back, and then he turns back to the door and stands to guard it because that was his original duty.
And so you just kind of eye him up, very good. I'm just going to look through what's left of their clothing real quickly, just to hey, and just like call out for the group.
Okay. Oh, okay, man.
And look and see if like either of these corpses had anything of note, either valuables or documents, especially the changeling.
Sure, no problem.
You might be able to find.
Because we were still in initiative in this room, right? Were those people with the basilisk?
No, I think we were done. I think you guys had just fucked them up.
So like Mythos wouldn't want to waste his rage.
So the people with the basilisks, they
fucked off.
Yeah, once the changeling had said they have been busted, that they should go. They started to get onto their basilisks, and then they left. And the only people that the Simi was able to convince was the changeling to come and meet they're not twins, they're siblings that were asking for him, and it was a tentative, like he rolled really high in order to get them to not attack him. So they are no longer in the picture. They are no longer here. That you know of.
Well, Mythos would have checked.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Mythos would have checked. Like, he's raging, we're in initiative. He would have finished this red cap off and like gone to the door to look for the next fight. Because
probably heard Fred, sundering these two down the hallway.
I imagine at the door there's probably that weird echo of there's one of those servant girls screaming because she lost a hand, and then you hear whatever Fred is doing to that changeling happening.
Yeah, actually, on that note, maybe a Simi catches. I think Mesuami was also coming out the door. And then Mythos out the other side. Looks around before he goes to look through these bodies and just kind of say, "Somebody should stop that screaming. We don't want to attract attention." Fred
as he says that, Mythos busts out. Where are they?
The ones at the river fled. I kept this one, and Asimi's probably at this point stood over the body of the changeling, nudging it with his foot, make sure it's really dead.
Oh. Okay.
It's dead.
Got this one. Fred helped take that one out.
Why does it?
I was gonna patch up the hands so they stop bleeding and don't die.
Okay. It's a close call. Are you trying to go out the secret door?
Me?
Yeah. Sorry.
No.
I saw you just like.
No,
Oh,
he
okay.
he would have just checked.
Okay. Yes, they are. They are
In
gone.
the act, yeah, because like it takes that
Oh.
action. He has to have an action where he doesn't attack or be attacked for his rage to fade, right?
Yes.
So like that was his action, was going to look. There's no more enemies, so his rage fades.
Oh, Mythos, the sarcophagus. There's a kid in the sarcophagus.
That kid looks like it
Mythos.
was in a sarcophagus.
Mythos! hey! Swami, go tell them that one of the kids is in the sarcophagus.
It looks like Calder's already on his way to check it as Mythos is turning back into the room.
Yeah, he would have been going over to that area because that's where the ritual was happening, and he might have just gotten to the point where he was starting to take a look at the sarcophagus when Asimi yelled that. So
Sure. So as you approach, sorry, what's the dagger for?
Just rolling to see if this guy had anything before I
This
forgot.
guy. Oh, I got it. Okay.
Oh, is Gaia secretly pulling out a
No.
dagger to stab somebody?
No,
Oh
I
God!
Yep.
Oh God! Why?
Did I accidentally roll a dagger?
No, you did not. No, I was looking at last week's, and for some reason, it was scrolled up. Sorry, I see. So investigation. So real quick. So you investigate the corpses. The changeling it's first off, everything he's wearing is not usable. It looks like it was more ornamental than anything else, ornamental and ritualistic stuff. So his robes were the black robes, very Lutheria-esque, very calling of her. It has like very big detail, all the detailing that is her iconography or her descriptions, and some of even her like titles and so on and so forth have been embroidered. Skulls, anything that represents like Lutheria is here. He was reading from a book which fell, so it's not on here. It's not on him. So because he was in the middle of a ritual, he doesn't have anything on him that would be of value that you would see. Carrying it over to Gruff, he has a beautiful warhammer.
Does it look like it might be magical in some way, or just
You can see by the way it looks, it absolutely looks like it's a bit magical.
See me a little. Well, shit. Fucking heavy.
It is heavy. I moved it over into your inventory.
Okay.
I think. I'm checking.
I don't see it.
How about now? Giant fish. Okay.
There it is.
Okay. Cool. So you have that Warhammer. Everything else he has is like he doesn't really wear armor. He has just like regular clothing to keep him modest, in quote. He looks like he's probably a hired hand, and so a hired killer or something like that. It's nothing really great.
Okay.
He does have on him though 4 platinum. So let me know like if you're gonna add it. I'll write it down for you if you'd like. But he has 4 platinum. Okay.
Yeah.
4 platinum, 2 gold, 45 silver.
Okay.
Okay. The other one did not have any money on him. So I guess we didn't really describe this room up here. As we go up. As you guys walk into the room, it is what it looks like on the map. There's a bunch of like gold trinkets, silver. It looks like a little bit of like a hoard. But it's covered in blood. There's definitely blood splatters everywhere. But there is gold. If that's something you guys would like to pick up, you let me know. I will let you know how much it is. But as you look over Mythos, you see there's no one else on the other side of the wall. Calder, as you are approaching, coming into into this space, because you have such a high perception, you do see it's less of a see and more of a sixth sense based off of your skill set, that there seems to possibly something else may have been in this room. And you can see that it's not Mythos footsteps, because even though he is, heavy and a little bit loud, he can't, his footsteps don't vibrate. And you can see like like small little gold coins kind of being displaced as it heads towards the door. You can see it on. Go ahead.
If I see that, I'm going to sprint into that general area because I do have blind sight within 10 feet of me. So if
Perfect.
there's something moving around invisibly, I have a general idea of like how
Yes.
big it is.
Yes, you would have to move around. So when you get 10 feet, you can see, as this was going on the other side of the door, where I'm just going to move you so you can see. On the other
Sure.
side of the, oh, wow, I picked the one. On the other side of the door, you see two smallish creatures that you haven't seen in a while that are cloaked, and they are getting away. Go ahead and boop. The other one? Yes? Oh, it's out of your sight. I see. You see two darklings as they are heading out. Do you do anything, or do you stay?
Absolutely. I probably just cry out, Darkling's trying to make a run for it, and then just lunge towards the closest one that I can see.
All right, we're gonna enter into a. I think we still have the other battle up. Or I thought we did.
No,
We didn't. We
that one.
closed it. That's okay. It's not difficult. So, yep.
Ooh.
I would say, Asimi, you may not. Oh, actually, no, you would hear it because the door is open here. So I would say you could hear that. It's not that echoey, but you hear Darkling, and you're like, oh, fuck this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be
Are
possible
you
just
kidding
because
me?
I'm on the other side of initiative, or on the other side of the room, if I could just roll this with disadvantage, because I would imagine that it'd take me a second
Yeah.
in the middle of what I'm doing. How do I do that on Foundry?
There's not an easy way to do that,
Um,
actually, I don't think.
I don't think so.
You might be
Maybe
able
could
to
roll 2 and just
control.
take the lowest.
Mm-hmm. Wonder if you can control click now.
I would
Yeah,
assume there is a disadvantage.
I'll look it up real quick. It's a special type of roll, so
Okay, well, if I
Maybe-
keep the 15, I keep the 15. Or the 16.
Okay.
Cook up my feet.
Okay.
That's okay. I'll see.
When I right-click my token, what's the number on the top box?
When you right click your
encumbrance, I believe.
Encumbrance. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That is right.
Okay. Whoops. So Mesuami is taking care of the kids. Actually, I will go ahead and remove her. She's just making sure that everything is okay. So actually, no, I'll leave her. Gaia.
Fuck. I'm just gonna do a medicine check to see how far along in the bandaging process I am, to see if I even have anything to do this turn. Because I wasn't using any kind of medicine or like magic or
Sure.
like healer's kit or anything. I was just staunching the blood flow.
I would say
So
you
it's-
would have. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was gonna say, because things were happening simultaneously. So he says stop the bleeding, as he's searching, which would have taken a second. Then you would have started the bandaging process. So I would assume you were at the last part, and you're standing up and you're hearing darklings, over in that general direction. So I would say that you would have finished with the bandaging.
Okay. All right, then Gaia is just going to I guess take the action and dash all the way over to here.
All right.
And that'll be her turn.
Okay. Did you? Oh yeah, that was a dash. Sorry. Go ahead. Okay. The next one is a Darkling, and he will use all his movement to... He gets out of your 10-foot range, by the way. So you no longer see him, but he went this way, so he went up, he went north, which is probably where the river starts to wind away for the escape path, wherever that leads to. And the other one, I forgot I'm doing it all on the same initiative. The other one will go ahead and... Because you're the one who sees him. He will step out of your vision. So you will no longer see him, but he's going to throw something at you.
Well, he'll have advantage on the attack because I can't see it coming.
Yeah.
Nerf this.
Can you swipe at either of them as they leave?
He was outside. He was 10 feet away, so
Yeah,
unfortunately.
they were just barely in mine.
Gotcha.
Does 19 hit?
That's my AC.
Okay, so I need you to make, first off, a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh.
Just miss it.
I did, I'm sorry. Okay, you take 13 piercing damage, and then I'll just have to roll some dice here. Oh shit! I rolled like almost... Okay, sorry. You take 10 points of poison damage, and because unfortunately you failed the Constitution saving throw, you are also poisoned. Do you have resistance? Or is that Andromache?
I think that's Andromache.
Andromache does.
Andromache has poison resistance, yeah.
Okay. And that's it. That is their turn. You do not know how far they had gone. Next up is... Let me move this real quick so I can see. You see...
So...
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. You see 4 steamy looking things come out of the water. And it looks like they don't come onto the land, but they are on the water and you can see them. You have seen that you have encountered these before. They were the same steam methods that were at the Oracle's temple.
Oh. Did you say steamy?
Steam methods? But I would like to say steamy. They're steamy.
Because I thought you said 4 seamy-like things came out of the water, and I was like, I got really confused. Okay, that makes more sense.
Sorry.
4 more
They're up
changes.
here and they're just talking shit about Kiva. It's weird.
Okay. So I clicked something and been loading this whole time. So do I have
I
to
don't
join
see-
this initiative?
Yeah, shit. I'm sorry. I thought everyone was in. Oh, it's your turn. Look at that.
Sorry, Gorby.
All good, no.
Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to click anything.
okay.
I was
I
trying
got
to
it.
get it out of my way. Right. Which way did the Darklings go?
You would have seen
Left.
it. Actually, you would not have seen it because they
Does-
were invisible.
Do
No,
they
he's
become
asking
visible?
Calder.
Oh.
Do they become visible after they attack, or do they just stay invisible through the attack?
They can stay invisible through the attack. That was why it was so shitty the first episode, when you guys were getting like shanked and like you couldn't see.
Yeah, no problem. I was just double checking.
Yeah.
One went north. I don't know about the other one.
But
Okay.
we do see like the dagger or whatever that comes out, flying out, presumably.
Calder would have seen the dagger come at him, and the dagger is technically still in Asimi. Still in Calder.
Yeah,
Thanks for
yeah.
taking one for the team there, Simi.
yeah. Shit, I guess I'll just lower my health.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, just double checking.
Mythos is just gonna because he only has he's gonna come up, He's gonna see Calder kind of like recoil, right? Kind of give him a shoulder, say, "Aim me," and
Right.
just give him like a quick motion of where you think he should go to make an attack at disadvantage.
So I lost sight of the one that attacked me after it stepped out of my 10-foot range. But which direction did it step before I lost sight of it?
Towards the water. So the first one went north. The second one was here. Last you saw it, it was in that direction.
All right, I'm going to point in that direction and say it might be past the methods, but it was moving in that direction.
Okay. Well, you saw where the dagger came from.
Yes.
Did it come from past the methods?
It came. Oh no, the methods came after the dagger was thrown.
Oh, did they? Because they were in the.
Like because methods they can like they've blended in with water very well, but now you can see them because they're like on this cup. It's in that vicinity. That's the last you Calder would have seen it.
Yeah. All right. I gotta get through there. That's 5'10". Oh, he's got plenty. Okay. Gonna move there. I'm gonna use a bonus action. Let me just make sure I can. Am I still blessed?
No, the time is worn off.
How long is it?
One
Only been
minute.
a couple minutes. It's a 1 minute thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You might still be flying. Yeah, you're still flying though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm
That's
gonna
10
come
minutes.
out here though. I mean, he's gonna do like a wide sweep of his hand in an arc that he thinks and make a disadvantage grapple check to see if he can't grab this darkling.
Okay, go ahead and roll with disadvantage because you can't see it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, come on, dice.
I mean, you got to roll an 18. So, I mean, yeah. Hold on real quick. I need to just roll. Could you please pick a number? Pick even or odds, please.
Even?
Even? Oh, I rolled a 2. You reach out, and first you feel like you slash through air, and then you hear. What you see in front of you is you see you weren't able to actually like grapple him, but you were able to tear the cloak, and now he is visible.
Nice.
But he is behind the methods. But you picked evens, and I rolled a 2
For what?
to see if you
Fighting
could
him, I
actually
guess.
if you could
Well, it would be an opposed check, right?
it's because it's like it's a
Now,
small
we can-
it's a small creature that is invisible, and so I'm giving you like while you weren't able to like grapple him, you were able to tear the cloak, so now everyone can see him.
You could grab him now, maybe, or
Grab him now probably.
Yeah, I mean, but it's takes my action. I could just kill him now.
The ultimate grapple.
Ki-
Death.
killing is good CC as well. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna recklessly attack him.
Okay.
Give myself advantage.
Glares at you as he looks like he was pulled back, and then you almost got him and you ripped his coat. He just kind of like glares at you. He doesn't have a dagger anymore because it is in Calder, so. Ooh.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna use my second attack to grapple.
Okay.
Oh no, hold on. Take the first dice because I'm not raging. 21.
Well,
The 21. 21.
I've had shit dice so far.
It's a
This is not
grapple.
looking good. Yeah.
25.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you rolled an 18.
Oh shit.
Fucking dice are fucking me. All right, go. I'm done.
Okay, Andromache.
Right. So I guess Andromache definitely doesn't know much about it, so she's just gonna dash move as far as she
Well, and so
can.
These are so they are 5
I-
square, 5 foot
I gotta
squares.
type.
It's
Sorry.
just like
Just count
Wait,
the
what?
squares.
yeah,
Just count the squares.
count
right,
the
go
squares.
on.
Yeah, I know. It's
Why is it okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I can get 2. Can I see anything from here?
You would be able to see. Yeah, you would be able
Being
to see.
my height being not a problem and behind a sarcophagus.
I lied. No, then no, you would not.
Right. So I'm just gonna, I guess, use my action to dash so I get a vantage point, I guess. Actually, hold on.
Did you want to like jump over the sarcophagus and you can use that as like?
I only have 25 feet of movement,
Oh,
so
I see.
yeah, because
Oh,
I'm a wee little halfling.
Right.
So yeah, I'll just move so I can see and call them funny names.
Okay.
Yeah, Simi will kind of do the same. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Except, move like real big boy move.
Okay.
Get around the corner. Have like, the spear in one hand, the like warhammer in the other, just for a moment. Oh shit! And like drop it now that he's around the corner. That's his turn. That's all he can do.
Okay.
All right. Calder's gonna start his turn feeling that poison coursing through him by taking a deep breath and using second wind because ow.
Hey, nice.
Hey.
And then going to okay. Let's see. It's 5, 10. I think I just closed the door by mistake. 15.
I'm gonna delete it actually right now.
If I move up into this square, can I see the other Darkling or nothing?
Nope. It looks like it's gone.
Right. In that case, I'm going to just take a swipe down at this mephit under me.
Okay.
At disadvantage because I'm poisoned.
Yes, you are. Uh, 15, I think. I'm pretty sure that hits. Yep, this hits.
All right.
Ooh, for 6 points of damage.
Yep. And assuming it's still up, I'm going to hit it again.
It's still up. I think you remember these from last time. They had like pretty decent health. They took down Mythos.
I mean, at level 1.
Yes. At level 1. Clarify. It's yeah. Okay, minus. It looks hurt. As hurt as steam could be.
Yep. Well, that's my move action bonus action, so
Okay. So you see Mesuami like talking with the kids real quick, as they point to the sarcophagus, and she will. Oh, sweet! That's exactly 60 feet. She'll be right. She'll be right there. That's her entire action as she looks into the sarcophagus, because I don't think anyone wound up actually going in there to take the kid out, I want to say. And that
I kind of got sidetracked by the Darklings.
Yep. Gaia.
Is if there's trouble or something going on in there, like something alarming, she should be able to bonus action dash as a thief. I don't know if there's anything else she would do.
She
Actually,
did.
but okay, yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, she got 60. She went 60 feet.
Yeah, so like if the kid's in trouble or something, you know, she could potentially use her action to try to get him out or something.
Yeah, she'll get her out. Or she'll
Okay.
try to get her out. Because I think Mitsuami is not the
She's
strongest.
very weak, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Her and Asimi have that in common.
Oh, well, hey, 18. She does manage to get the kid out, who doesn't look very good, actually.
Yeah, that kid looks like he was in a sarcophagus.
It's true. Okay.
He was in a
Now
sarcophagus
it's-
for a reason.
Yeah. Now it's your turn.
Okay. Gaia's going to hop over the sarcophagi
Mm-hmm.
and with her flight just kind of go up and over Andromache and kind of do like a little twirl in the air. And in the process, she's gonna throw both of her daggers at the Darkling in front of Mythos.
Go for it.
Oh, that doesn't work.
So unfortunately, no.
Is it 17?
17 hits.
Okay.
So you don't lose your dagger of returning, which is very nice.
Yeah, as a bonus action, I'm gonna call the dagger returning back to my hand as the other one stabs into the Darkling and call it a turn.
Okay. You what? This okay. So it is the Darkling's turn, and it's going to try and get out of here. Mythos, you can get a attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Uh, 16 does hit.
Dice tonight. What the hell?
Been a couple bad rough rolls sessions for you in a row.
Okay. I have to move it. Why doesn't it want to? Okay, I have to do this the hard way. It's not letting me minus it on this character sheet, so it's weird. 14. Ooh. As it enters into the water, it's leaving a pool of blood, a trail of blood behind it. So it is going to go up to its like where it was before. Not here, but sorry, I have other things here. Sorry. It's going to move here. It's still out of your shot, and it's going to disappear. Like, not disappear as in disappear. It's going to take its full action to leave. You can still somewhat clock it, Calder. I want to say, what is your dark vision?
60 feet.
Yeah, so you can still see him from the 60 feet. I'm just
Okay, so
bored, but
is he like swimming or is it like shallow water?
this is shallowish water. This area here. When you saw the basilisks, they were closer, like deeper water.
Okay, but the area he moved into, or the Darkling moved into, is the Darkling having to swim through it, or?
At this point in time, no, but as he's getting further out, yes, the water is getting higher and higher. It's just here is relatively shallow.
All right.
All right, it's going to be the Steamy's turn. This one that you attacked, Kelder, it's going to look at you and go, claw at you. 21.
Hits.
Okay. You take 3 slashing damage, and 3 cold fire damage. Fire steam damage.
Got it.
The dry ice methods.
The dry, yeah, but it does not look healthy. It looks like you hit it a lot. This one is going to angle itself a little bit better. Oh my goodness, come on. And it's going to shoot out a steam breath to Mythos, and let me make sure I have this right. Is it okay? It's a 15-foot cone, and it should be able to get. Let me get my chart here. 1, 5, 10, 15. It'll get all the way up to you, Gaia, but it looks like Andromache, you are out of the 15-foot range.
Sick.
So it's a DC 10 dexterity saving throw.
Oh, we're
Speaking
good at
of
these.
Speaking of sick, did Calder's poison stay, or was it like a one-turn thing?
We're not good at these.
It's still there.
Okay.
Oh, a 9. And an 8.
Don't barbarians have advantage?
Oh, barbarians do have
On
advantage.
dexterity saving throws?
Dexterity saves you can see against area effects.
Yes. So then, yeah.
If only I was level 6, I would have
Only
succeeded that throw.
you were a barbarian.
Only we had Katab.
Save.
Imagine Gaia takes a level in barbarian.
Oh, it's only 2 fire damage.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me that much. Got again her Hulk on.
So you get you take 1 point of fire damage, Mythos. You take 2 points of fire damage, Gaia.
Oh no!
I know.
How will I ever financially recover from this?
Gaia's rage is just like, Sammy, I fucking told you, stop talking shit about Kira.
How do there we go.
Okay. The third one is also going to do a steam. Roll concentration. Oh, the bless is already faded, so probably should have to take that off. Sorry. The other 3 are also going. Sorry, other 3 are also going to do the same with the steam breath. So I need you guys to make another dexterity saving throw.
1 more or 3 more?
3 more. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
two methods have already gone, and I only see 4 on the field.
Oh.
So 1 went. Oh, sorry. That's 2. I'm struggling. I'm sorry.
So I'm making 2 more saves or 1 more save?
2.
2 more saves. Okay. So I make that one.
Go.
That makes it. Yep.
Let's
That makes it.
go.
Heckums.
Sorry, that doesn't make it. That makes it. All right, the first one, which you guys saved. Oh, that's 7 points of damage. So, that's 3. So 3 points of fire damage, because that's halved, and then.
And then this one's 4d10, because this method hasn't skipped lung day.
Oh,
Never
no.
mind. Super
It-
skipped lung day.
Super skipped. So you take 2 points of damage, Gaia. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like rolling as you because I had you selected. I'm sorry. So
Okay.
2 points of fire damage, 1 point of fire damage to you, Mythos.
Did these guys blow up when we kill them? Do we remember that? It's been so long.
I don't think the methods did, but the Darklings definitely did.
Yeah, I know the Darklings did. I can't remember if the methods did. Okay.
Spooky noise.
Vroom. Okay, it's Mythos' turn.
This guy Sorry, is that just a corpse in the corner, or is that guy still
It's
there?
the Darkling.
It's the
Okay.
Darkling, but it's
He's
60.
further out. Yeah, he's further out than this. Us to believe.
I wonder if this is easier if I put 60. Can you guys see that? 60? Okay.
Can't see that.
Can you see now?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll just swing at these things.
Okay.
This one first with advantage. Or does it? Is Calder on the other side? The 19 was the first dice, if not.
Yeah, he is on their side. You do get advantage for flanking. 18. Did you
God,
guys...
you had to speak his name.
So, just to move along, did you guys... Is anyone going to pursue the Darkling? Or
Calder's going to phase step and then just walk over to it and try to either kill it or
I
capture
mean,
it.
Andromache hasn't been able to attack it yet, so.
Okay.
Oh, right, Andromache can really throw
chakram.
those chakrams.
Just want to make sure that's what the plan. So I'm not like we're not going through a whole battle and then you guys don't. So that's all. Just wondering. All right. It is almost dead. It looks like it's vibrating like steamy-ish form is slowly like just coming off. It's like in wisps of smoke and yeah, that's gone.
Just for the flavor at it, his hand is gonna like swipe out at this one here to like grapple it, even though it's like missed.
Sure.
Does that roll it if I click that? No.
Apple?
Oh no, it doesn't have advantage because I'm not raging. But yeah, if it's not immune to grapple, it has to beat a 28. If it is, then his hand just goes through it because
it doesn't say that it's immune to grapple. So this is great for its 5 strength. I am elated with this.
You could roll dexterity.
Dex.
You could have a plus. A lot.
I rolled a 3. Oh no!
They have like a little corporeal body, right?
Yeah, it's just a little like phasey-ish, but when you can definitely clench him.
Yeah, that's what all I got.
Okay, let's say this is
Andromache.
Okay, I am going to just lay into it.
Okay.
Sharpshooter. Does sharpshooter let me negate range?
Yes. You
Defeat.
don't have disadvantage.
It negates 3/4 cover, right?
3/4.
You can
also negate disadvantage at a distance.
At long
yeah,
range,
you can
right?
throw your maximum distance without being at disadvantage. You
perfect.
ignore half 3/4 cover.
Yeah, because I think if it's okay, so perfect. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm not gonna use sharpshooter because I don't want to miss.
Nope.
First one.
that hovered on a 1 for so long on my screen, but 22 hits.
You're attacking the Darkling.
Yes, I had the Darkling.
Okay, for 6.
For 6 damage. The second one for nice 4 damage, and third attack for
15 total.
9 damage. So for a total of 19.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Good.
lot.
Bam,
of
bam,
damage.
bam. Yep.
Yeah, there's more blood just leaking out of him, just all with all these slashes. They don't look so good.
And I think I'm just gonna hold my position up here because I like the sniper tower I'm in.
Right on. Right on, right on. Oh, she may.
Sorry, I accidentally closed out of Foundry, and it's just loading back up. It's almost done.
Well, your character dies.
Oh God. Okay, they got back in. All right. Yeah. So Simi sees the commotion off in the distance, but I'll just run up to. Hello. Let me move my guy, please. Is it actually my turn? No.
It should be. Can
Sandra,
you move?
it's turn. I can't move. You have it set to where we can't move if it's not our turn, which is one of the.
It is your turn,
It is your
Alex.
turn on my screen.
Oh, it's showing Andromica on my screen. Let me reload again. Or actually, I'll just run up, I'll roll, and then we'll reload. I'm just going to run up and like attack the closest method, like get next to Mythos.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Normal roll. For 16. I think hits these guys.
Oh yeah. They only have a 10 AC.
Bat for 15.
Oh. Its phasey form is looking a little hazy.
Yeah, okay. Bat. Another 15.
Oh, it's gone.
And then just
You see
back
the
end.
wisp, yeah, the wisp of smoke just dissipate.
Then come back with the other side. Is the right type of damage. Wait, no, it's supposed to be a D4, right? For backhand attack?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
rolled the
Oh,
one.
I rolled the one-handed
You,
thing.
yeah. That's a lot.
Let's do this again. Yeah. You might be.
Ooh,
That was just to get this thing back up. So 8 damage to it.
Okay.
To another one. And that'll end his turn, and I'll refresh
Okay,
to
I'll
see
make
if
sure.
that fixes
Okay,
the turn order
you
thing.
did disconnect. Okay,
Yeah. Let me connect. It's fine.
sure.
I accidentally closed out of. I had another window open that I tried to close out, and I closed Foundry instead. But that's Asimi's turn. Comes up, rushes up. I think Asimi gets up there, and he's just like, "Wait, what? What?" Like staring at Mythos, like holding this method. He's just confused but impressed.
Mm. Okay.
Are we questioning it?
Go ahead and end your turn.
Sorry, I was reloading. Back in now. And
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Yay.
then I will. Calder, it is your turn.
All right. I'm not going to move my token because it's technically going off screen as well, but I am going to phase step and use my movement to catch up with this darkling in the water.
All right.
And I think at this point Calder would just try to kill it rather than grab it, because the last time we captured one of these things, it basically didn't it like kill itself somehow, like bite its tongue off or something.
Yeah,
Basically
it's
took a cyanide pill, didn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
It's a packoed to blow up in our face.
Right. So I'm going to disappear into this puff of like frost and rime, reappear, wade through the water after it, and swing at it. I'm still poisoned, so let's see how this goes. 16?
The 16 hits. It's a 15 AC.
Minimum damage.
There's more numbers.
No, there's
on the
not.
dice.
Assuming it's still up, swing again.
18
You know
hits.
what? At least you're consistently hitting now.
6 hits.
All right, well, that was everything I got. That was movement action, bonus action.
Sorry. Okay. Mesuami, you guys don't see what she's doing, so we will move forward with Gaia.
Okay. Yeah, Gaia's just gonna mutter under her breath as the darkling like ran off. Saying like, "Wait, my dagger's in him," and just go flying after him. I guess yeah, he's 60 feet out. I can't fly more than 30 if I want. Okay, I'm gonna follow suit. I'm gonna fly over the water following. But I'm gonna be hucking the dagger returning bonus action calling it back and chucking it again.
Okay.
It's a 15 hit.
15 is its AC.
Nice.
7, nice max damage.
Call it back. Throw it once more.
Ooh.
Nice. 14 total damage.
You know, you did more than I did.
It looks
It's
horrible, but it's still up.
it's so incredible. Like the statistical study, like where you stand on like a normal distribution glass, rolling a 1 and a 2.
My
On that
life's goal
D6.
is to flip mathematicians and people who study statistics the biggest middle finger I can.
Well, you're succeeding.
Okay. All right. So it is its turn, and it's going to. Let me remove this real quick so I don't accidentally click it. It's going to shut off its cloak because it is just in the way, and it's going to before you can't really see, well, the only person that can, you can definitely hear it, you can hear Gaia, you hear it chanting something in a language that I believe you do not know. Calder, are you right on top of it, or are you
I had to be within 5 feet of it to attack,
Okay.
so yes.
Okay. You hear it chanting something in language you do not know, that's blood dripping out of its mouth. And experiencing this again, you kind of know what it's going to do. So I need you guys to make a dexterity saving throw.
You said me and
Sorry. Because you are next to it, correct? Are you next to it?
I only flew out 30 feet because I wanted to be able to still attack. So if he's 60 feet out,
sorry.
I'm out of
Okay,
range.
then you do not hear anything. Sorry.
Okay.
Calder, you're the only one.
All right, let's do it.
Gang, gang.
2.
Two.
Hey! It's a 5.
That's fine. So its body just whoosh. Everyone can see there's this bright ass flash. However, the only one that is nearest that would be like affected from it is Calder. Unfortunately, you failed your saving throw, and you are blinded. You just can't see anything. Everything is just super white, and then it goes black, and then you just see like these spots behind your eyes. You just like, holy shit, what's going on?
And then I'm still seeing the kind of echolocation vision of blind sight within 10 feet of me.
Basically.
Glass, I figured it out. You need to take levels in cleric, because if all you do is roll 2s, like you can get the divine intervention. Yeah, every time.
You're right, I missed my calling.
Did it die, or is it just like
Nope, it did its death flash. It flashed him, and he went blind for a minute.
Rude.
Yep. So poisoned and blinded.
It's not been a great day for Calder.
I'm sorry.
I failed to hit a guy that was completely unarmed and restrained. My biggest achievement was I murdered a weasel.
Okay. Where is it? Okay. The sea method. It's going to see about. Will it get steam breath back? Oh shit. It didn't. So, she's going to claw at Mythos. With a natural 1. I think it's afraid. It knows what's going to happen.
It's made of steam and it's being like chokehold. I imagine like Homer Simpson choking out Bart style.
Yeah, it is. Well, this one is. This one is afraid, seeing its buddy there. Going to try and I don't think this is going to work, but nope, it's still a failure. I just wanted to see. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see who this is. Okay. It's going to cast blur on itself, but I think it just kind of happens. It doesn't say to roll.
If it's like an innate casting, blur just
it's an innate. So
whoosh.
The creature that you are holding in your hand, Mythos, it is very blurry, but you have it choked anyway. You still have it like in your hand, so you can feel that it's there, but it is trying to escape. I don't think I mean, I'll try because it's fun, but I highly doubt it's going to break out of your grapple.
It's an action to cast blur normally. I don't know if that would matter for it trying to escape.
Oh, it is an action. Yeah, I wasn't looking at the thing. I thought it was. I was looking at innate spellcasting, and go ahead. So it is Mythos' turn.
Are you muted? I think you're muted.
Yeah, I'm muted. We'll just roll some attack. 21.
Beat the shit out of him.
One here.
Go.
15.
15 absolutely hits. Its AC is 10.
That
no,
was the
15
damage.
Oh, I'm sorry, 15 damage. To this one?
Yeah.
15.
Is it dead?
Yeah. Yes, it is dead.
All right.
Did you
I know he has to hit it with his axe, but I like the image of Mythos just squeezes it and it like poof. And he'll use his second attack on the other method. 7 should hit, and for another 15 damage.
Hey, 15 damage, bros.
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, remember when
I'm
these
good.
were
I don't need.
scary.
Okay.
I don't think I need to do anything else. Yeah, we're good. Andromachi.
Okay. Andromache, so everyone I said, so you saw the light, you saw the flash, you can kind of reconnect that that you had seen it before, that it killed itself.
Oh, it did
Okay.
itself. Okay.
Yeah.
This one is still alive. Can I see anything else besides that?
There's nothing else there that you see.
Okay, well, I guess
you do see Kelder like holding his eyes.
Wait,
I don't even know if he would do that.
Oh, okay, it's true. I don't know.
He's
Whatever.
got a
Just-
shield and a sword.
So
Yeah.
there's not a thing there?
Nothing else.
There's nothing else. It's just
Nothing else. Okay, but there is still
Yeah.
that.
Just
Okay,
just a
well,
steam
yeah.
off it.
Yeah. Andromache will, I guess, just wail on that. Nothing incredibly inspiring, but ooh. I don't know if that hits. Does that hit 14?
14 hits because its AC is 10.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
And I will do the next ones with sharpshooter. Oh yeah. Sharpshooter again. Oh yeah.
Probably that's that's it.
Yeah, so go for 34 damage, 38 damage.
It's they don't have like, I think they had like 21 HP.
Yeah. Really, being comfortable in her sniper tower, she just lays into it, and she's hitting every hit. Boom, boom, boom.
Awesome. So yeah, you guys see that the smoke just hit one hit, smoke goes off. The other second hit, the smoke goes off and doesn't return back to a form. And that is the end of battle.
Yeah, see me, kind of. There was a kid in the sarcophagus. Did anybody look back? Oh,
I think
Meswami's dealing with it, but I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
And before trudging back, Calder will, in a kind of weird way, because he's not looking at what he's doing, he'll just reach down, grab Gaia's dagger from the water, and then start sloshing his way back towards land.
Sure. After the minute's over.
I mean, I can start walking right away because I can see
Okay.
everything within 10 feet of me, and I remember which direction I came from. It's
Oh,
just
perfect.
slower, I imagine,
Yeah,
because...
guy will whistle out to him and like kind of catch up and grab an arm. Just like, oh, this way.
I hate
I know.
those things.
They suck. Oh, you see, you got my
Oh.
dagger. She like takes it out of your hand. Thanks.
So I think Asimi's like he'll turn back to grab the warhammer, and like as we're kind of reconvening and Calder's reapproaching, go, Calder, catch, and throw the warhammer to him, but he's blind, so
I'll give
maybe
him a
it-
little nudge to knock him out of the way.
maybe
Oh,
it's
no.
not like hard, right? Like he's not like trying to hurt him, just be like
You know,
catch, and I
I would like to try to catch it, but I'm blind, so I won't be able to see it until it's right in front of me.
10
kind of
feet.
just
Shields up!
you should totally just roll and see, like, if you get like shitty. Then
I honestly
Like-
think
you-
10
fuck.
feet is pretty far. Like, you can, like, 10 feet is, like,
That one's something. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah,
Alright.
so I assume he's not. I don't think he really read. Like he's not staring and seeing what's
Sure.
wrong, right?
Yeah, sure.
But because Asimi doesn't want to carry that thing around. Oh shit, it's Gaia who has the fucking thing. Not well, whatever. We can deal with that later. But I'll send you this warhammer, which is a pretty dope little thing, you guys. Here. Holder. But then maybe Asimi is like, all right, we need to probably need to get out of here, unless we want to attract. I think we really risk attracting attention from above. Is that all the kids?
Yeah, Meswami got the last one out of the sarcophagi. And they did not look good. So, yeah, movement is probably our best option right now, to be quick.
All right, let's get to the sewers then. Agreed. Oh, Calder, you don't look too good. There.
Oh, right, I still have this in my torso. As he pulls out the dagger.
Yep.
Yikes!
Yikes is right. Yeah, you have with you, I'll just let you guys know, it's Dagger of Poison.
Yo.
Yo.
Okay, I'll just add that to my inventory.
Or give it to Dagger Boy.
Actually, yeah, no, he'll just pass that right
Dagger
over to Guy and be like, you might
all
be
the
able to
other
get some
daggers.
inside of this.
Sure. She'll take it.
All right, let's get out of here. Shit, Fred's not gonna fit. What are we gonna do with Fred, you guys?
You still have the teleporty thing, or did you do that already? You did that already.
I did that to catch up with the changelings. Totally forgot, by the way, about the whole horde of enemies. As if the player hadn't seen them, and thus they didn't exist because the player struggles with object permanence. But went out well. I managed to convince the changeling and one of its allies that they were needed up top. And then Fred did terrible things. You shouldn't go into that hallway. We're going in that hallway. It's a massacre.
Okay, the Dagger of Venom is in your inventory, Gaia.
Thank you.
Yeah, do we want to look around in that main room any, or just get the fuck out of here? Honestly, at this point, I vote for get the fuck out of here.
I
Keep
think
the
we
kids
should
safe.
get the children out of here. We have the evidence that Valis wanted, and
Right.
And Gaia took the long way around to see if Meswami was good, but she already brought the kids out. Dude, Nav looks fucked up. Is Nav breathing?
Do a medicine check. you see like the kids are holding Nav, and as they come out, Fred is there, and he's kind of like wondering if everything's okay, but he was told to guard the door.
I might
And Metsuami is like, we need to get out now.
I hit the wrong button. Ignore that roll.
come up and help with that
Give me some
if
room.
possible.
On the kid?
On the medicine, yeah. Be like, yeah, it's because CB is pretty worried about the kids too. He'll show up too, like echoing Gaia. Be like, oh shit, oh shit. Like,
Hold on, let me roll once more for the helped.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, Guy will just walk up like, all right, kids, excuse me, give me some room. Let Mama Bird do her work, and she'll like approach Nav and go through the whole rundown and see what's going on.
Okay. So she physically looks like she is okay, but then you start pulling their eyes back. You start trying to do like some type of responsiveness. She is breathing. She looks like she's healthy. Her breathing is very low, and also her pupils are huge. There seems to be something magical, perhaps, that is interfering with something, or that is affecting her, that's afflicting her, that you're not quite sure of with the medicine check. But she physically looks okay.
Okay. Guy just kind of like have Nav, like as she like is on the ground on her knees, like have Nav and I'm like shit, and reach into her pouch, and she's gonna unfurl a scroll and place it over the body of Nav and put her hand on the scroll and chant a little bit under her breath, and the scroll is gonna flare up and then like burn away, and she's gonna use one of her scrolls of spare the dying just in case, to apply something to maybe spare them from dying. I don't know, but so we'll do that. Guy's gonna turn to the group like, this totem thing that's afflicting kids, was that the room with the lightning guy or the room he just came from? Because we should burn it to the fucking ground.
We should, but I don't know that we have the time to yet. We need to get out of here, make sure that what's happening here becomes known.
Okay. All right. Yeah, 50 go.
So when they went, can I go have Mythos have gone the other way? And maybe like tied their like hands together and like have him lead them out through the storage room to meet up with them in the hallway.
Sure.
What hands?
Yeah, what hands?
Only one of them is missing hands, so she's got stumps.
True.
Wait, wrap around the arms? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Should gag them too.
Yeah.
There's also the tiefling and the old woman that's in the jail cell.
Yeah, we'll put these two girls with them.
Okay. They get.
Oh wait, no, these girls were legit like part of child murder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asimi might look over to them and just be like, is it worth the possibility that they fuck this up to keep them alive?
What role do you want to throw them down the well?
Are we going down the well?
No, we're going down the sewer.
Oh, right.
You guys are going down. He wants to throw them down the well. You can, because they're bound, you would just do a strength check to see if you can oppose their trying to save themselves.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah. It's
well,
basically
Mythos would emerge with these two, like at the rope's end. And he'd kind of like motion to the party and be like, they're your last chance before I throw you down the well. And he's going to start. And so it would be like, it'd have to be like Gaia or Asimi or somebody stopping him. Otherwise, he's going to.
Much like when Asimi stabbed that guy that was beating kids, Calder looks at them, says nothing, and then just keeps doing whatever he's doing.
Andromeda is as innocently as possible as wiping their blood from her chakras. Completely silently, just staring them down.
Asimi will look at them and like maybe like catch Mythos' eyes and say, I hope your goddess is pleased with your failure. You're going to be meeting her soon.
She will revel.
Imagine they're
We will be with open arms. We will be welcomed. That's basically what they say.
I'm gonna play
Maybe.
devil's advocate here. Death is probably too good for these two, right? Sending them to their goddess
Well,
for literally what they just said.
I
I
have a
think we take
message for
them
them.
and keep them as
Take to her.
prisoners and learn about what has happened here. And then worst case scenario, we do send them on their way.
I don't think it's worth that risk either. I think they'll just be a burden.
When they get
Respect.
there, I'd like them to tell Lutheria that I'm coming.
Is there any reason we should keep you two
Wait.
alive?
They just look at you and they just start quoting like the Lutheria Bible. Yeah, so like as you send them off,
Actually,
oh, go ahead.
if I could interject maybe too.
Okay.
Because Mythos inspired Asimi a little bit too.
Okay.
Hearing him say that, Asimi kind of catches word and pauses the first moment and it's like, yeah, that's right actually. Tell her we're coming and tell them, and Asimi will like move over to one of them. Kind of get down close, like stare in their eyes, and we'll shapeshift. Fuck. No, he won't shapeshift back into his form. He'll just kind of get low, to where he can stare at them, and say, yes, tell them that we're coming, and tell your goddess that she can get in my mind, that she can whisper anything she wants to. But tell her that Zaire is dead, and that Asimi's going to comfort her. He's going to make her sure she joins all of her other siblings. Someday.
Do me a favor, just because this is something that they would do or she would do. Go ahead and just roll a. Or I'll roll this. She's going to try and like wham you with her head.
Feisty for someone with no hands.
Well, hey man.
That's why she's not whamming him with her hands.
She rolled a 3.
Simi will pull his head back, and just stab her in the throat with the spear.
Okay. So you stab her in the throat. The one with no hands, I'm assuming. I guess that's the
Whichever one he was
whichever.
speaking to. Yeah.
Sure. So one with no hands completely dies. The other one just gets louder in her anger, and she just starts speaking in a language, and you can basically translate it as like, the goddess of Luthia will open arms, will take her servants, and they will be led to the land of pleasure and Ravernus.
Hey,
I think by then Mythos has already
Yeah.
like grabbed the dead one and her, and just like he's like dragging them towards the well as he's going.
Let's get out the fury, guys.
For your crimes against Thylea, and blah blah blah. He like doing his thing, like he's like sentencing them to death, kind of thing, right?
Okay.
I love the thought of hearing Mythos read them their Miranda rights as it's slowly getting softer and softer, walking away, right? Knowing that he's just gonna toss him in a hole.
So Calder's still poisoned, but not still blinded.
No, the blinding was
Happens
only
then.
for a minute. So by the
But
time
the
he would have gotten
poison's
back to
still lingering.
line, the poison still lingers. It's for 1 hour.
Yes. Can you do anything to help our friend here? To Gaia.
Let me check 1 second.
He's
Like,
like, I don't know,
lay on hands. would
coughing
do it.
up.
Yeah, I just wanted to see
Wait,
how many I
to
have.
help who,
okay,
Alex?
I do have a. Yeah. Here. And she'll place her hand on Calder's chest and just pump 5 points of lay on hands to cure the poison.
So as you are
Right.
curing Calder, you hear just this echoing like scream, but like it's also someone chanting something as Mythos throws one body down the well, and then the second chick down the well is and just it's this long echo that repeats a phrase over and over and over and over and over until it eventually fades away, and it's just death will reunite us and the Lady of Dreams.
You get there, tell her. I don't know.
As
Get out of
As
here.
we hear this sound swirling, I'm like, oh, I still have time. She's gonna get down to one knee. Mother Thylea, please grant them access into your domain so they do not get the blessing of meeting their goddess and they have to spend eternity with you instead. Thank you. Hands up. All right.
Yeah. And when their voices finally fade and Calder feels the poison going away, he just says, "I feel better for so many different reasons right now."
As Mythos comes walking back, he goes, I timed their descent. The well is really, really deep.
All right, let's get out of here, you guys.
Okay.
I think-
Fuck. Gaia's gonna turn to Fred. She's like, "Hey, Fred, you're a free man now. I would say you should just, because you can't come down the well. You're a little too big. You should just walk out and leave."
Wait here for us.
What?
We'll come back for you.
Yeah, we're coming back with. Yeah,
Yeah,
hey,
we're
Fred,
shutting this shit down.
Fred, do you want to meet the queen?
Who?
The queen.
I've got a better
You know
one.
what the queen is, right?
Stick with us,
queen?
Fred, and you're gonna meet Bullbug.
Well, we already promised.
I'll
him.
introduce you myself.
Bug.
We-
I like
You don't need to
Bullbug.
make two promises.
I don't know Queen, but I know Bullbug. I
All right.
Bullbug too.
Bulldog
Fredbug.
2.0.
Fred Bug.
Fred.
Like that. I like that a lot, actually.
It's kind of catchy.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? We can't tell you what to do or anything. You could, if you go upstairs, you're probably not going to get to meet Bullbug. Maybe though, but we'll be back. We're going to get these kids to safety and come back and burn all this shit down. Make sure no more.
With those points to what's wrong with that one?
What?
What?
He's
To the
just
kid?
seeing Nav for the first time. He's like, yeah, what's wrong with that one?
Nav is still looking weird.
Let's get
Don't
out.
know what's-
Let's
we
get
don't
out.
know
of
what's
here.
going on.
Let's get
So
him.
Metsuami's
Let's get him to
urging
a.
to leave.
Yeah, let's get
Nav
him.
is definitely alive, though, right?
Yes.
She is breathing. Yeah, she is breathing. It's just like there seems like she's not in her mind.
Okay.
Uh,
So Mythos will take one corner of his like cloak and like pull it up and like tuck it into his armor and just put Nav in like a little, what would you
Little
call
sling.
it? Like a little hammock, a little sling. Yeah, a little sling.
A little baby,
just-
baby carrier.
Yeah, and just scoop Nav up.
You'll get the kids to the entrance. I'll pick up the rear since I like motion to his eyes that like turn black. Because it's Devil Sight that he can activate. Keep an eye on the way out. Maybe Andromeda and Mesuami, you guys take the lead with the kids, and the rest of us will follow behind. I'm going to just be right back, and he's gonna jog over to like the hallway, like where the ladder comes down, and he's just gonna put
Oh,
the darkness spell at the bottom of the ladder, hoping that maybe that if people
So down here.
try to, yeah, like
The
at the,
entrance?
or
Okay.
maybe like at the entrance.
Yeah.
So maybe if like open it up, they're like, oh shit, we have to be careful, and then maybe that'll like buy him an extra minute or two if it becomes necessary.
How many of us
I just
are
looked
there, including the kids?
Quite a few. 12, I think.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, so wait, who are you taking? You're taking yourself, the kids,
11.
and you're taking the old woman and
No, I think we just
Okay, no.
leave them. Or do we?
Yeah, they're in a cell.
Yeah, they're in a cell.
They- who-
yeah. If
If they
if
get
they're
discovered,
behaving,
whatever, we're still coming back to shut this place down. So
yeah.
no matter what
the-
happens to those two.
the door to them.
Yeah.
Maybe
So 10
maybe
people?
pull some like barrels in front of the door, just to. I don't know if it opens. Like they're in a cell. They're not gonna get out. They're not gonna
It
get out. Yeah.
it goes
Get-
inward.
Well, fuck.
Do it anyway.
We could just, if you really wanted to, we could take a rope and tie it off
no,
to
we
the
don't.
other door across the hall. That's a lot of extra effort.
That's like extra
I
time.
mean, it's
we
locked.
need to get out of it. We need to get out of here. We need to get
It's
out
a
of here.
locked cell. Okay, so you guys are leaving via the sewer.
Yes, yeah.
That was the plan.
Okay.
Yep.
So Bullbug just kind of stands there. He says, "Guard door," and he says, "Wait for friends," and that's what he does.
As we get ready to leave, Andromeda will just like mutter something quickly to herself and then spread her hands out, and you guys will feel a quick breeze rush through before dissipating. And I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on everyone.
Oh shit!
And she'll just say, "We should be a little quieter getting out. They should not be able to trace where we go."
No problem. So as you guys leave, passing without a trace, it is not terribly disgusting as you would think down here. It looks like this is an older part of the sewer system. And it doesn't seem to run around where the like neighborhoods are. So the water, while it is dirty, it's not sewagey until you start getting what would be more like south and into the slums area, and then it's disgusting. The smell is overwhelming. It is almost putrid. You're like, hold it in, hold it in. It takes you guys darn near 25 to 30 minutes with these kids to get out of the sewers into a reasonable spot. You did have help a bit because when Sina first came, she marked the walls, and she continued to mark the walls so that it helped you go towards the correct area, as she had an idea that you guys may take this particular route instead of trying to go up. So yes, you survived, everybody. Congratulations. You got out. You are now up top. It is dark. It is super, super early morning. I forgot to mention that you guys are almost over that 24 hours of being up. So you would have started hit exhaustion, but you guys are probably still tired.
How long did we spend down there?
Because you guys waited. No, you guys waited until nighttime. So you guys waited.
No, it was active when we went in.
It was what?
Did we wait till night? I was pretty sure it was like just after, like mid-afternoon.
I think we did wait till like
the
early
temple was
evening.
like open in the afternoon.
I had assumed it was like early evening or something like that.
I heard that you guys.
We didn't do a rest.
Yeah, like
no.
Regardless.
So,
yeah.
So what I had understood is that you guys went to the baths to take time to wait until it was later on in the day, and so that's why I was like, as it's nearing sundown, and then you guys were down here for like 4 hours or so.
Oh.
Not 4 hours. Sorry, 2 hours. 2 hours. I'm sorry, not 4. It wasn't 4.
Well, because like we did like a whole session, and it had only been like 15 minutes down there because we were on a timer.
Yeah. You were on a timer, and then after the timer, then you guys like searching. You were exploring. You were looking at
and I guess what the room that had
the symbol,
the Minotaur in it. We spent a while in there with the CB getting all the evidence.
Grabbing all that.
So that's why, so it's because of the searching, less of the battle.
I guess once we're maybe we go to the library. Where do we think Valis would be? Her library or the palace?
She was at the palace earlier in the day when she told us about the stuff to keep us from getting high.
Was she, or she at the? I thought that she was still at the library.
She was in like the administration part of the palace, I think.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll go to find Valis, maybe with the kid. I know Mesuami doesn't want to go to the palace, but I think Asimi might insist.
She would probably. So what would happen is the kids would not. They would not want to go to the palace because of just like their status, and not necessarily, but their friend is not cognitively there. Do you know what I mean? So Mesuami would entrust her to you, but she herself and the other 3 would probably not want to.
I don't think I think Asimi would be polite, but I don't think he's asking because they need to, like, they're part of this. They're witnesses. They need to speak to important people.
Victims.
Yeah, like they're they're part of the proof at this point. The kids, especially. So
Yeah.
I think with
Natsuami
assurances,
will-
it's like, listen, we need to. I don't like the nobility or things like that. We just need to go speak to Valis, the goddess. She's
Sure.
kind. She's wise.
Go ahead and just roll a persuasion check, with advantage because you did save them. Yeah, then that 20 is perfect.
Natural 20.
It wasn't high. It really was like a 12. But Nesuami she says she is adamant she's absolutely not going. But she does go to the kids and she does tell them that if something were to happen, she will make sure that they are well taken care of, and she will get them if she has to herself. So you did convince that the kids will go. They will meet with Valis. And are you guys okay if I expedite it a slight bit? Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so just expediting this a bit, what Valis does is she immediately takes the girl, and she like bamps out to someplace else. About an hour or so later, she comes back with a very groggy looking Nav, who is welcomed with open arms from the kids. Valis makes sure that the children are well taken care of during this time. They are bathed, they are dressed, they are fed, and they will not leave until they have their friend. But they are very awkward in the palace. Like they're kids that are used to running the streets, running them up, being messy, being kids, and they're in this prim and proper environment. So it's very awkward for them, to the point where they're very uncomfortable. But they wait for their friend. They explain the situation, or what happened, the events leading up to what happened. And this is the first time hearing the story is someone had used the signal whistle, which means that everyone is supposed to come together and find out what's going on. The signal whistle, unfortunately, was a detour distraction, and so while everyone was in one area, many others were picked off, and those many others were led down here through the waterway. They did not go through the Temple of Lutheria itself, which is why those above did not know about those below, and kind of fits and tracks with the old lady not knowing who this was. They explained that the many had been taken before they had gone missing, and they were trying to investigate, but they couldn't figure out they couldn't figure out how to get here. They couldn't figure out if it was the Temple of Lutheria, or if it was just like others, like the bride market or the slave traders that capture kids or capture anybody, and they tote them off to other places in Thylea. So they've been using signal whistles to call out to the kids to ground them up, and then excuse me, and then from there they would do something where kids would disappear. They would be taken to a room with the priests, then they would not see them ever again. And that's right there, verbal evidence, very very almost concrete, and then you guys bring in your evidence, which makes it even irrefutable. It is. They cannot say that they cannot raid the Temple of Lutheria. So as this is going on and they're giving this account, you can see Valis is becoming more and more agitated, just in her small little ways that are not to alarm the kids. She's listening to them, but you can see like the little small insights of like she is very angry at what is going on in her city, and she has been trying to make sure this doesn't happen, and there's forces against her. So after the kids have explained what was happening, she immediately sends out the guards. You give your accounts, and she makes sure that there's backup sent. So this is going on, and there is an impending raid on the Temple of Lutheria. Is there anything else you would like to contribute to this?
Make sure to fill him in that Fred helped us out a lot. Couldn't have done it without him. Good guy. He's free now. don't attack him.
Yeah, we kind of
Mention-
want Fred.
Yeah, mention. Yeah. There's. I mean, I guess we're gonna go back with them, right?
Yeah, we
Like,
can.
I don't know
bring
that we
Fred
have to
with
play.
us, right?
I don't know that we have to play it out, but like, I imagine.
If you'd like, if you say that you would like to go back, you can be a part of like the backup. So they sent the immediate
Yeah.
guards to go and get the situation under control and to clear out the. As you guys follow along, what will play out is the guards had cleared the pathway, so that so they knew exactly who was coming in and out. They kind of quarantine the slums a little bit, or at least that particular area. So as you come in and you kind of like, this is where this happened, this is where it happened, they the guards and some others are clearing out the incense because some of them would not have saved on their wisdom saving throw, and so they make their way down. You find Fred, you find the old lady, you find the brown nose Fess, the tiefling. So you can go again, and Fred is just looking, protecting the door, and waiting for his friends to come back.
That's just another good opportunity. Could Mythos talk Gaia into being like, while they're all down there, Mythos and Gaia and whoever else wants could be like outside, because there would be like a crowd gathering, being like, what's going on at the temple, right? And we're out there like orating like, oh, these children murdering scum, right? Like the heroes of Thylea are here to like save Mitros from the depredations of the twins, tell them what's been going on. Like, it's just a good opportunity to further our
Do some PR.
Further, that Lutheria is evil and that the twins don't have the interests of Thylea at heart. Asimi won't be part of that. Actually, he'll be there, but just kind of, cloak wrapped around him.
Well, just my charisma isn't very good, so I just didn't want to do any rolls for that.
Mm-hmm.
And my intelligence isn't very good, so I didn't want to go try to point out evidence. Be like,
seems like a thing for the siren.
No, I don't think so. For this, because of the magnitude of the palace getting involved, though you and some others orating and spreading this rumor of like, this is what they're doing. Other rumors, of course, will develop other rumors that people had said, like, I told you, I knew there was something going on in there. Like, everyone's always high and whatever. And other ones like, they're just trying to escape reality. And it's like, yeah, but not with like whatever. Like, those siblings are a menace. As they go in and they basically raid the place, they take out all of the priests are confined to their quarters. And unfortunately, they do not find the siblings. The siblings have fled. You do hear, and certain as guards come in and out, that the sister was a mage, and she did have a weasel, which you guys have seen and gotten rid of. And not too long after you guys have left, at one point they said they were going to go and check up on something, and they never returned, so they are no longer at the temple. So with the temple high priest and high priestess no longer there, the temple is now detained, or it has been at this point in time reabsorbed into the city as its own entity and protection, instead of it being run by a family of outside interests.
Could we maybe advocate to burn the place, to wreck it, to destroy the temple? Like, could the group? I think the group would agree with Asimi about bringing that up and purging the temple entirely and pulling down the temple to Lutheria here in the city.
I don't know. I think cleansing it's more of a middle finger, and using it as a temple for Mythos.
Oh, see, I was under the assumption that it was. I was under the assumption that it was still going to be a temple to Lutheria after this, just not run by this family.
It might be, yeah.
It would still, yeah. So what happens is, like, giving
don't know.
them the biggest middle finger of like it's no longer run by the family. However, because it is still a part of the twins, there's still a presence there. It is still considered a temple of Lutheria.
Like
Yeah,
It
the
good.
will
freedom of religion.
the free. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
we don't need to give them freedom of religion if one of the religions is a terrorist organization that abducts kids.
We'll purge it. We'll purge it when we have dragons.
they say that they will.
Okay, maybe that's
Nothing
maybe
like
Mythos
good
mentioned-
religious cleansing to
Yeah,
fix
Mythos
it.
mentioning
Yeah.
that maybe because Asimi definitely does not like. I mean, Asimi
Sure.
obviously wants to pull down the twin.
The biggest thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Mythos
What were you
saying Mythos maybe if like as we're talking about like possibly doing this as a group, Mythos saying we'll cleanse it with dragons. Like, okay, you know what, that's actually pretty fair.
So-
That's a good idea.
So
I'd like to see that.
something Calder might bring up with Valis, and this is me recognizing he has 8 charisma, so he might be kind of blunt when he brings it up. But he might just say, apologies if this is a little too blunt, but is your husband actually as dumb as he appears? Because the evidence suggests that the cult of Lutheria knew the storms were coming and were counting on them to weaken the city, which would, in my mind, suggest that possibly the Order of Sidon was working with him. Would this constitute reason to expel the armed militant fanatics from your city?
The reason is unfortunately a double-edged sword. Some people will say that to expulse the twins and their influence in the city is an affront to them themselves, and they will try to make the excuse that the sins of one family should not be extended to the rest who follow. Could say it could be under new management.
I mean, it's not the sins of the power of the siblings was the totems, etc. I mean, that's Lutheria's work. That's not these.
No,
These priests are nobodies.
Valis has a great point. No, we should expel the family and related to this being the twins, right? They're the ones at fault. You just said it. Like, let's not fault the people for the crimes of the family. Let's get the family out of here. Being the brother, sister, husband, wife.
She grins. She says, it's a little bit more tactful, but what I can do is make sure that the temple is under permanent new management.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well,
I
it'll
I think
have to do
Asimi
for
will.
now.
Yeah.
As long
Yeah,
as
we
kids
put up
stop
with it,
getting
yeah.
sick.
I'll have to do for now because there are a couple of other things that I think we should take care of before we think about leaving. He says this to the party and mentioned that we need to talk without other ears
Mhm.
around.
Sure. Yeah. Imagine late, like even later, like we're all like exhausted, got like decaf coffee gathered around.
It
Like,
matters to
oh,
me
what a day, kind of
what
thing.
time it is. It matters to me what time it is as we finish this last conversation, the first
Yeah,
chance that we
I
have
see
to
me.
like be alone together.
Asimi's got stuff for that too. So
Yeah, are you guys going back to the palace to do
Yeah,
your
yeah.
discussions?
Well, no,
Yeah.
no.
no.
It matters
No.
to me like what time of day it is at that moment that we finish with Valis, and we're gonna
Oh,
go
okay.
decide where we're going now.
It's the next day, so it's like really early morning. It's like
Really
Two-
early morning? Okay,
yeah.
perfect. So I'm actually Mythos is gonna insist that everybody come with him down to the docks. Just
Docks right
a quick
now?
sidestep. Indeed.
I won't. Also very short.
I promised somebody something. Just come,
On-
please.
On the way, maybe. Asimi might pipe up. Go ahead and get his combo out of the way. It's like we're finally like a group, just the 5 of us again. And as we're heading that way, Asimi will just kind of speak up. He's changed back into Asimi at some point during all this. He'll just kind of say, I've told people, and it's not wrong, it's not a lie, it's very much true that Verse is the one who saved me from Lutheria. There's nothing wrong in that, but she cultivated something that was there was this kid named Jian, little Asimar girl, out in some village. I can't even remember the name of it anymore. I guess she was the seed. I've done a lot of terrible things. I've long ago, before Varsi, killed people, worked to overthrow kingdoms, etc., etc. But that little Asimar girl, I took her. I killed her family, murdered them, mother and father, and dragged her in her mother's face and voice halfway across the world to the Yuan-Ti. But if we ever find ourselves hurting kids, I think that's a pretty good barometer for what's evil.
I'll just kind of pat you on the shoulder.
Let's make sure that the whatever comes next puts an end to this. Sacrifices. Any entity that calls for the death of kids needs to be banished to oblivion.
That's a sentiment I can fully get behind.
And Joki just kind of quietly nods in agreement.
Like pat you on the back. Appreciate you sharing.
So I guess I'm also saying, if there, full disclosure, if there comes a point where, I have to choose between saving some little kid or saving one of you, I don't know what I'd pick. And I hope that's
the kid.
Okay.
Every time, the kid.
The kid, every time.
I mean...
Without question.
No,
I appreciate the sentiment of the scenario, but it's the kid.
We'll see.
Well, I'm a lot more important than a kid.
It's funny. It wasn't anybody like Andromache's a kid. Calder's a kid. Calder's what, like 14? And Gaia acts like a kid, so it's really complicated. Like these are the complications, like a Sibo kind of.
Mythos, your statement implies something impossible. Because if you said you're more important than a kid, you're implying in this scenario that you should be saved over the child. But if you need to be saved, we're all already dead.
Or, and hear me out, or he's ran ahead, picked a fight with something, none of us are around. He sees like the one of the siblings just like, oh, finally, I've been looking for you, and then he gets just like disintegrated or something.
Or
you understand that's something that can happen, right, Mythos? Like you're not immune to disintegrations. I'm pretty sure you're not immune to disintegrations.
I don't. Have you seen
die.
Have you seen how much punishment he can take and just keep walking like it's nothing?
Do you understand what disintegration means?
I do very well.
It's not punishment, it's disintegration.
I don't. I mean, I didn't spend a ton of attention in school. I was more interested in learning to fight.
All right,
I know some pretty impressive words, but never have I ever run off and left you guys.
You know what? It's
Speaking of
way
kids,
too late.
I do like those little rapscallions that Mesuami has gathered. I think
they're fun.
I think I should bring them up to my mother, Helia. I think she could do something for them.
Yeah.
Perhaps one of the most important causes is protecting the next generation.
Yeah, they won't. Mesuami won't allow that. These criminal organizations, they're so full of nepotism and such, they're going to disappear into the street and convince themselves that the only way their life can get better if it stays the exact fucking same.
We'll see. My mother's a unique woman. Anyway, as they start to near the docks, Mythos will lead them off because he's lived here as a kid. He knows where all the side passages. Leads them off to the side, and they hop down off the docks onto the little rocky shore.
Yep.
kind of lead them off. And so like the sun's like probably up by now, but like over the horizon of the ocean, right? Mythos will let out like a whistle, and have Arcos come flying out of his little rocky outcrop. Right.
You dragged us all the way here for this?
Yeah, so Arcos lands on his arm and he goes, "Hey, buddy, I promised you I'd be back." And he lets Arcos kind of nuzzle into his mission. He kind of points out to the ocean and says, out there, Arcos dropped a dragon egg."
What?
Indeed.
Why did he
Mythos.
not just bring it to you?
Mythos.
He was trying to fly through the storm. And it's amazing he even made it here at all. He's a little hero.
Second. Just want to do something.
What a little
fun.
Thailand.
No. I feel like Simi could be like,
Okay, so out there is a dragon egg is what we call a vague statement. Where you can need a little more than that to
Okay.
go off of if
Okay.
you want.
how about
Have a
this?
general area.
How
Arcos
about
can
this?
lead us.
We're
but it's gonna take
definitely
some time.
not solving this today. Let's go sleep. And then we'll come back to the docks in the morning. Afternoon. We'll come to the docks when we wake up.
Yeah.
Because I assume
After
it won't be
breakfast.
easy. Right. And your... Wait, no, we're at the palace. We don't have to pay for breakfast. Like the one part. I hate this city, you guys. Let's get back into the fucking forest. This place sucks.
Oh my god, the changelings gotta see me.
No. Like, hear me out. Like, I like, the people are great, and it's different when you're not, like, having to stare the faults of it in the face, but now that I am, the king is a fucking twat. The temples
Always has
are
been,
all...
always will be.
Yeah, but, like, it's easy to create the image of a king when you don't have to meet him. Like,
Never meet your heroes.
we met the like fucking powwow, fucking whatever the Amazons the leader of your Amazons are called, chiefess, whatever.
That is so racist.
right.
Both
Sorry,
in and out
sorry.
of character.
Yeah, a CV is like he wasn't paying attention
The
to what they were
powwow
at
of
the time. Right.
Yikers.
But he's like, right, sorry, but they were like good people, and that matters a lot. At least Valis isn't a twat. Think Valis, I guess, for that. I was about to say thank God, but yeah, let's
Jesus for that.
I don't know. Let's go get back to our beds, sleep, figure out this dragon egg in the morning. How are we going to get that out?
How is Arcos even carrying a dragon egg? Because just given the size of Arcos and the size of the
Whoa.
dragons we've seen.
Listen, no. You don't understand. Arcos, he might be dumb as a brick, but he's strong.
Well,
You've
was
seen the
it?
size of the cheeses he's stolen.
Well, I
Taking
guess.
off an entire cheese wheel.
Maybe.
I guess that would determine on what kind of dragon Arcos is. Is he an African dragon?
Yeah.
African or Australian.
They could
No,
try-
an
maybe
Australian dragon.
they could grip the dragon egg by the husk. Maybe.
Or did he just throat the whole thing?
Let's go sleep.
That reminds me, if there's anything people want me to identify, just pass it off before you go to bed, and I'll take a look at it at some point.
Yeah, sure. If you want to identify this, and let's see, we'll just like pull like a little
I knew I was gonna
middle finger out of the
middle
bag.
finger at him.
You know, I don't need a spell to tell you what that is.
All right.
Hey,
We're...
good job, guys and girls.
Thanks for being inclusive.
I mean, guys, it's gender neutral, but then I realized you might not, that might be presumptuous of me. We
What
did
an
good
ally.
today, though. We did good today, though, you guys.
We did.
You all.
You know, considering this plan started with 3 of us getting stuffed in a wine cask, it went better than I thought it would.
That's true.
Really
I'd already
did.
forgotten, but that's how we started.
Really did.
The Mitroan wine barrel trick. Classic.
They never see it coming.
Hopefully
Works every
Hopefully
time.
someday I'll be able to get back to Astoria and tell Versi about this.
I just can't wait to get out of the city. Like,
Yeah.
I like people, but at the same time, people suck.
People suck.
I like people when you can choose them.
Might be a branding issue. I like it. People adore me.
I mean, I don't think people dislike me. Just don't like the quantity of it. It's a lot to handle. I'm glad that you're the face of the group with us.
I'm glad you're the voice.
Just do like a little curtsy, like one her.
Simi doesn't
Flourish
sing.
the wings.
He was the non-singing bard, remember?
Yeah, the slam poetry bard.
Asimi will just in Mythos' voice be, right, and Asimi's the brains of the organization. Then in Calder's voice be
I
like,
beg to differ.
He is so smart.
Asimi is the
If it
liar
went-
of these
if
organization.
Asimi's gonna spend the trip back, just swapping voices between everybody and just Andromache. And he's so tall and handsome.
Andromache visibly retches.
It's alright, everyone. Let him get his practice in. We all need a scapegoat.
I thought that was your job.
Oh, please. Please, anyone would believe me over you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So the party seems to be in good spirits as they return to the palace. I see them joking, nudging each other, even though Mythos was knocked down, healed back up, and then knocked halfway back down again. He's not in all that good. He's got matted blood clot, his fur has got bloody matted spots on it.
Calder is covered in blood, stab wounds, and there's probably traces of poison still somewhere on his breastplate.
No. Because Asimi would have, maybe at the docks there, prestidigitation you guys to, not be dirty as fuck.
I appreciate
That is
it.
fine. That is fine.
The burn marks are very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because with Calder, because Asimi touches him to clean him, but touches a burn by accident because he's not paying attention. Oh, sorry.
I've got an ointment back at the palace that you can apply overnight. It should help.
I appreciate that.
Never mind. I'm not going to tarnish the moment.
Mm.
Let's go to sleep. I'm so fucking tired.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll to bed.
All right. Fun times, guys. Ho ho ho. So I have a dream sequence for Andromache and Gaia, and it was set for 3 sessions ago or 4 sessions ago, and I can't find where I put it. So
Rip.
I'm so sorry. We will do it next week in the morning. I want you guys to think about it. We'll just do it next week. That's okay. This is a shorter day today. But you guys did. Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I want to know what you want to say. What did you want to say?
I was just gonna say that at some point during the night, since I don't need as much sleep as everyone else, I would spend the 80 or 90 minutes that it takes identifying all the stuff we found.
Oh, that I can give you. I can give you that. Identify.
Which I think I would need to get the sword from Gaia to technically identify it, but
Yeah, we would have done that. Yeah.
No
I will
problem.
say, so the that fucking Warhammer the dude had, Gruff or whatever his name was, it looks like it deals 2d6 damage as a one-handed weapon, so it could be a dope upgrade. Either for Calder or even Asimi could actually use it if Calder wanted a different weapon or upgrades out of it. Because Asimi can.
D6 one-handed damage?
That's what it looked like, if I understood what it was saying correctly, and it was vicious as well. It did extra crit damage.
That's fuck wild.
But no other, like no plus one or anything like that to it.
I will get you the. Okay, so I have identified, so you can see the potions that you had gotten, some of the things that from the kids. So that is in your inventory, so you are able to see everything. I will get you the spell book.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, well, sorry.
Assuming you wouldn't prioritize that, if that matters, so you could have time if you want to.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Would he have given Calder the book to identify, or would he have held on to it?
I think Asimi would have actually tried to study it himself, like see if he can.
Okay, then I will not do that. I will not give you the spell just yet. Spells. All right, so you guys, you level up. Congratulations, you have finished this arc, and probably the Mitras arc, perhaps in general. Just this particular arc was very much bam, 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 one after another. So you guys have finished this arc before you guys get into the forest, which I'm so excited for you guys to go into. Congratulations. If you are down to up now, that's fine. I would love to see everyone's rolls on screen. Oh, there it is.
Hey, not a bad roll.
All right, I guess I'll go next.
Yeah, down the middle. That's
Oh,
Ouch.
no!
sorry.
No, Calder!
If it was a one, if he was a one, you could have re-rolled. Do better.
But it
That's why
wasn't.
it was a
But it
2.
wasn't. It was a two.
Question. Can I use my DM inspiration on an HP roll?
No, I don't think that's fair. I would like to
All
say
right,
yes.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I think, don't we all have it?
You all had a DM inspiration, I believe. Most of you
Have
used
any of
except
us
for
used
Calder.
it? Oh. Oh yeah, mine's not
I
lit
love
up.
mine.
Mine's not lit up.
Sick.
Aw.
Oh, I have tough.
Is there a
Yeah,
level up button?
Calder might have.
I
No,
can't remember.
that's
There's
not for,
It should
not for
be.
this one.
It's
No.
not on this one. You have to go into the like features and then level up from the features.
Okay,
Right,
so
like your
there's
class
a special
level.
button.
So I got 12. I'm up to 72.
Simi's up to 56.
Why does it say my max health is 36? Is that what my max health is?
I think it is. Haven't you been rolling pretty
Oh,
bad
we can all long rest.
consistently?
Yes, you
I
can
have,
all long
actually.
rest.
I got D10 as a ranger, right?
Yeah.
Yes, D10.
Oh,
Seven's good. That's good.
not horrible.
Very nice.
7 plus 2 is 9.
I remember writing it. I don't know where it's not coming up.
You could, message it to them if you find it, potentially, even, so they can think about it. I get my, get to roll my, what is that, D6 plus 1 for my magic missile?
All right. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do it tomorrow. Oh, sorry, tomorrow. We'll do it next week. Sorry, I'm a little tired. I'm a little out of it, but thank you guys. Super fun game today. I know there was a couple of like questionable rolls, but and questions that I'm sure you guys would like to have answered and such. But next week we will get into it. We'll be better. I'll be 100%. But thanks for being able to play today. It was a very rough week for me. So I'm glad that we were able to do this today and you guys are all here with me. We are still on for Friday's game. Yeah? Okay.
We are.
So we have Something of Chult. That is
Plagues
the
of
title.
Chult.
Plagues of Chult, episode 2, which is a redirection from Ghosts of Saltmarsh. And it's a hybrid one. This is going to be fun. So we'll see you guys on Monday. Otherwise, see you guys on next week, Tuesday, the 22nd of March. Oh my goodness, we're almost done with March. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
I
night.
will. Next week.
Night.
You won't be here next week. Okay, good to know.